Hello there, how you doing? Jim Dowson here, guest presenter with the Templar Report. And today, as you'll notice, I have a special guest with me. And I'm sure you all enjoy what Jane has got to say. But first, like the video, click subscribe, press the bell, comment below. And we have a very, very full programme for you today because there's some big announcements that you're going to find very interesting. But let me just welcome Jada first. How you doing, Jada? Nice to be on.
Very well, thank you for having me. I love coming to the Templar studio.
But you're on my chair, which is...
I've taken the chair.
The chair, I'm a gentleman, you see. Well, I was actually threatened, so I had to hand the chair over, so that's it.
Don't believe it.
Now, can I see the thing today, or is it because we're doing this different setup? Oh, I can. Oh, I can, certainly. The techie man's just making arrangements here, and then we'll have a wee bit. Who's in the room? Let me see now. I'm about a foot further away, so it could be difficult. Jonathan Badine, God bless you, my Canadian friend. Niles Ruhoz, I hope that's your name. God bless you, nice Templar badge there. Gary Hardwick, God bless you. Jim Young, Ewan Eggerstrom, Michael, Michelle, or is that Michael? Michael, sorry Michael. McGuffin, how you doing? Robert Royland, haven't seen you for a few weeks. Burt Myers, Sean Smiley, God bless you, Lady Roth. I'd like to see you in the room, Lady Roth. Stuart Bowden, Miss Sherry B, how you doing? God bless you, sister. Ralph Rowley, Dan Gerard, John Andrews, Paul Telford, Sonny Liverpool. Joshua Parley, God bless you, sir. Philip Milne, good Scotsman. He's still stuck in America, Philip, because if you're not back home now, you ain't coming back for about 6 months. Alex Catrell, God bless you, my Latin-speaking friend. Christopher Strid, EMS Rejuvenation. Christopher Machocha, how you doing? God bless you. Colette Whitney, lovely Colette Whitney, so kind to me. Thank you. And look who's in, the Scorpion's in. How you doing, the Scorpion? Henrik Johansson from Denmark, God bless you. I've got ancestral blood in Denmark. Randy Malaspina, how you doing? One of the brethren, I see there. Malcolm Cook, Jacob Lewis, Bartley Burker, Kenneth Driver, Troy Otto there in Florida. Nick's in the room. How you doing, Nick? Stuart Duncan, Brian Payton, Cass Camden, where are we here? Robert Erickson, yep. Neville Walker, Nev the Axeman. I hope you're doing all right after your fall, brother. Geminus for 2 minutes, God bless you. Joseph Taylor, Karen and Sharon, how you doing? I hope you are very well. Let me see. Martin Butler, Scott Rash, how you doing, Scott? Jacob Lewis, Michael B. Franklin, God bless you. Peter Holder, quite a few new people in here I see. Yeah. I think that's crack. Sean McAllen, God bless you, my Irish friend. Now I'm going to read a wee bit here. Do you not mind? You like a bit of the scriptures, don't you? Yes, you do. Right, we're still in Proverbs because it's a very wise book, and a lot of wise people read a chapter a day. You can read one a day for a month and then start at the beginning. General Patton and people like that done it. Maggie Thatcher done it. Don't let that put you off. Right, I'm going to read here from verse 5 of chapter 12. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsel of the wicked are deceit. The words of the wicked are to lie and wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright shall deliver them. The wicked are overthrown and are not, but the house of the righteous shall stand. Amen. And may God bless this, the public reading of his own infallible, inspired and inerrant word. And if anybody tells you any different, reject them and chase them out of your life, because they're no good. If you're not following the Lord, you're following Satan. There's nobody neutral in this game. You're either with us or you're with the other crowd. And that's it. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Absolutely. That's the way we do it. Just flashing the book at you again. We're going to come to Jade in a wee minute, because we've got a lot of important things to talk to you about, really important things, and you're going to be quite amazed at what we're up to. But we took some photos because, what's a book? Okay, book's a book, right? Well, the first thing you'll notice with this is the quality of it. I just want to show you again. I know I've been ranting and raving about it, but I'm blown away with, this kind of edging on it and all this. But the camera can only pick up so much. So the techie guy took some high quality photographs just in the Priory office. Have a wee look. I'll show you. I'll talk you through it there. Is this what people are seeing? Yeah. Okay, so there's the cover with this. It's a strange kind of, I don't know what it is. I don't know what that covering is, but it's beautiful. And it's took the cross patty, our official patty. It's almost like liquid gold's been poured on it. Did you see it?
Yeah, it's absolutely, it's
beautiful,
gorgeous.
isn't it?
It really is.
It's a gorgeous thing. Now look at the side with the quality of the text embossed on it. Again, it's like liquid gold. It's positively incredible. I've never seen anything quite like it. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. Okay, you don't know what you're looking at, a lot of folk. Okay, most people's books nowadays, is that one? Yeah, they're kind of square. They're squared off at the edge, and that's the way they are. How you can tell a good book is it's rounded like this. Because what they do nowadays to try and pretend you that it's a hand-stitched, silk-stitched book is they gather the papers together, coat them with glue, and then stick the cover over it. they inevitably fall apart. You can only tell if it's really hand-stitched because they gather them up in groups of about 20, and you'll see the little ridges. That gives you the clue. The little ridges, they're all sewn together one by one by one by one by one. And then they get them all together, they clamp them then, and then stitch them with silk threads, and then bind them and put them in the cover. Nobody really does it anymore. It's reserved for like academia, high-end books where you'll pay $70, $80 for, $100 maybe. We've actually got them done to that calibre, that standard for you, because nothing's too good for the Lord. The Templars are God's battalions, God's fighters, God's warriors. Everything we do is unto the Lord. So there's no expense spared. But we got them done dirt cheap because one of our priory leaders, one of your actual priors, the prior himself, used to be in that business, and he took it upon himself to get these done for absolute cost in a very fancy factory. And even at cost, these are still expensive, and when you feel them, you'll know. And the postage is horrific. But better having a book that lasts 200 years than having one that falls apart in 25. Okay, so look at that. Do you see the picture there? It's just stunning, wasn't it? The picture of Jesus. I mean, look at that. Look at that book. Look at it. And the paper is like silk. What did you think of the feel of the paper?
Oh, it's lovely. It is really...
It's incredible,
it's
isn't
such...
it?
Everything is the highest of quality. It is... It's silky
You can
paper.
have it.
Like,
It's stunning, isn't it?
I was actually waving this around at everybody yesterday, if anyone saw my show yesterday. But it is. It's like every page is like a silk... It's just...
I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of it.
You should be, actually. You should be. And I mean, some weight. I did say yesterday, and I'm going to say again, I'm not inciting this, but this could be used as an offensive weapon because it's that heavy.
It's incredible. It's
you
incredible.
can just feel it's quality.
Well, I think if you're going to do it unto the Lord, you should do it properly.
Yes.
Therefore, then it's not a commercial venture. You couldn't make money at this, doing this. It's not there to make money. It's there to save lives and to inspire our sons, and even our daughters and our grandsons and granddaughters in years to come. Yeah. Because these poor kids, well, what kind of world are they going to be living in, Jada?
For a bad time. They're already in a bad world, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
everybody's locked down.
Yeah, but I mean, even before this COVID pandemic, things are pretty bad. They're going to get a hell of a lot worse. And I did confess yesterday to my viewers that I have already read that book. I haven't read it in its current form, but I was asked to do a review. I didn't realise it was going to come as beautiful as that, to be fair. But the content is...
I never knew it was going to... I mean, the prior... I can tell you who... Our prior in Hungary organised this, and he's a very wise... and he's an older gentleman, 12 kids, very wise man. And he was in this game. I had no idea he'd undertook to do it like this. No. It's just incredible. So if you haven't got a book yet, get them ordered. And again, they're cheaper by the dozen. So I don't know if we've got that many left, to be honest with you. I think the first batch of them's gone. But look at that beautiful picture and everything. It's just stunning.
And the contents, I mean, aside from the look, it looks wonderful. But it's real hard hitting. It's what people need. It really is.
Well, I read a bit the other day there. I'll give you a clue. I'll just give you a wee tip. It was basically saying, I'm paraphrasing, obviously it's not as simple as I say it, it's much more intellectual, but it says, basically, don't read books, don't read theology books, read the Bible. Don't go to the gym and exercise, because only homosexuals do that. If you want to exercise, join the army or the National Guard or the territorial stuff. Do it in conjunction with a military activity, and don't ever deal with philosophy and all that stuff. Just get rid of them and don't bother with them. It's this very, very hard line down this.
But I read that and I thought, do you know what, to be fair, spot on.
Yeah.
It's absolutely right. You're saying, in the book, it says about not training just for vanity, training for a cause. Yeah. I think we should just live for a cause. Yeah, what's the point of existence if it's not for our cause? So I think it's spot on.
I don't understand the gym. I mean, obviously, as you can see, I've not got a gym membership card, but I don't understand it. Why would you go down there and run in front of the mirror? A lot of nonsense. Go and join the army. Join the, some kind of territorial army, National Guard. Get yourself buffed up, but for a military purpose, not to pose about. That's homosexual. In my opinion, I don't know. You're a woman, you may disagree, but I think it's a bit weird.
I like the gym, but I think you should stay fit for a purpose, not just for vanity.
Men are warriors, and they should keep themselves in the condition that in case they have to jump into action. So that's what the book's basically saying. But it is it's very straightforward and down the line, so everybody can understand it. It's not some weird, secret knowledge, freaky nonsense. Yeah. It's real because war's coming and we have to kit our people out for whatever situations they find themselves in. We're not here to tickle your ears or talk nonsense to you or try and do an exercise on look how sophisticated the Templars are, because we have got people who are university professors. Actually, they're the main university professors in many European and American countries. We're not here to do that. We're here to give something you can read, practically understand it, and get on with a task in hand. Right, Jada. Well, I'm going to bring something to the people's attention, and it concerns you as bit, but it's an overall thing. Folks, you know what's been going on. Did I keep you out of frame here? Danny, come in a bit. Aye, sorry about that. Sorry if I'm getting too close to you, dear. But the cameraman can't see me. As you know, and let's think about this, over the last 2 years, almost all right-wing, conservative, pro-Trump, Christian, straight, people's websites, Facebooks, Twitters, all the social media has been destroyed. Has yours been destroyed?
Oh, mine's gone for life.
Yeah. Let's show you. Look at this here. So Jada was classed as, what is this, a dangerous person?
Yeah, this was last year. No, you were included in this.
I was in it, by the way. But I tell you what, that's no Nick Griffin last year. That's Nick Griffin in 1986. That's Nick Griffin before he started shaving. Where'd you get that picture?
Say, but that was the ITV News ran that story. So that was incredible. Do you remember? That was last year. I remember it vividly. It was the 18th of April, 2019. Right? I hadn't been out of jail that long. And I woke up in the morning, turned on the computer, looked on the news, and there was the headline. And there were images. That's just one of the examples.
Griffin must have gave them that image.
Griffin's like, I've got a really good picture for you. And it was Griffin, you and I, and it said that we'd been banned from Facebook for life.
Worldwide.
Well, this was Zuckerberg released this statement himself. They're banned for life under his dangerous individuals policy, right? So again, like we didn't have any notice that this was going to happen. We just got labelled dangerous individuals overnight, as you do. So but I actually thought that was a very good photo of Nick.
Yeah, very good. He's about 21 there. Have you any more on this subject? Because this has been happening to us forever. I mean, Jada had a huge Facebook, Twitter page. Tell the people what happened to you when a certain person retweeted you.
Yeah, so this was, that was in 2017. So in 2017, I was being hounded by the law. The police were after me for exposing a rape gang of a certain ideology. I had also given a speech in Northern Ireland outside Belfast City Hall, an anti-terror speech, which you'd think would be all right. So anyway, subsequently, because it was gaining a lot of traction, I'd been arrested in England, I'd been put on a boat and taken to Northern Ireland. It was all a big scandal. President Donald Trump retweeted 3 of my videos. Boom, boom, boom. Again, had no idea. Woke up in the morning, sat at my computer. Actually, I had a journalist call me and say, how does it feel to be retweeted by the leader of the free world? I didn't know what he was talking about. So what happened from then was once again, my face was all over every news channel worldwide. Dangerous woman. They're in the House of Commons. Theresa May's calling me racist and dangerous and a bigot, and Sadiq Khan's putting his 10 pence in. So Twitter, very kindly, for Theresa May asked Donald Trump, President Trump, take that down, undo the retweet of her video. And he said, which I thought was brilliant, he said to Theresa May, don't tell me how to use my social media account. You just worry about the terrorism that's going on in your capital. So, because he just... who does she think she is?
Well done, Donald Trump.
Yeah, but who does she think she is telling the leader of the free world how to use his social media? So because he wouldn't undo the retweets, Twitter closed my account. So that's it, gone.
Can you believe that, folks? Twitter took her account down, a private citizen, guilty of nothing, took her account because the President of America, Donald J. Trump, found it fit to retweet 3 of her tweets. That's it. Bang, took her down. How many did you have on that account?
Oh, I lost count in the end. By the time it got taken down, I don't know, it was ridiculous. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands.
And you had hundreds of thousands on your Facebook.
Well, actually, when they closed the Facebook accounts, we had several accounts. So I had a private profile, which went last year. Before that, when I got sent to jail, I had been in prison. They put me down the block. So that's segregation. And I was there for 6 weeks. But 1 week into that, they gave me this little telly because there's no communication with anyone. You're just in this hole, basically, down the hole. And I put the TV on. And in the House of Commons, they stood up and said, we'd just like to congratulate Facebook for removing her official page.
Your page, yeah.
Yeah, my official page. 3 million followers across our pages. Gone.
3 million. Templars had run about the same. We had the biggest Christian Facebook outside the Vatican. Other than the Vatican, they just took us down. We were actually working in a Catholic, Orthodox, hardline Catholic monastery in northern France, cutting our grass because, helping the nuns are a bit aged. And that's when we were told, you're gone. And not only that, PayPal took us down and with about £100,000, boff, gone. Yeah. That's it, no more. See you later. Yeah. So that's what's been going on, folks. So that brings me, because time's moving on, we're fed up with this. And we had a couple of ones experiment with things like the Democracy Forum and all that. Well, the techie guy and other people behind the scenes have been working really, really hard. We're not stupid in the Templars. We're very clever. We have got very clever people. I'm not one of them. But they have managed to come up with something what is a direct competitor, really, to YouTube. Functionality is the same, if not better in many respects. It can do live streaming. It can act as a live chat. It can embed easily enough in different social media things. It can be sponsored. You can become a sponsor on it. You can do pay-per-view, all that stuff if you want to. We don't really do that, but other folk might want to. Email verification. It's highly sophisticated. It is our version of YouTube at that level. We're not joking here. We're not messing about because everybody and their brother seems to bring out a new platform. They're all garbage, isn't they? They're all garbage. Yeah. They're all rubbish because it's little ego freaks trying to do it for their own benefit, not unto the Lord. We do everything unto the Lord. Non nobis nomine. Remember that. And it really is a whole social media platform. So we've done that. We didn't want to say anything about it because we've got so much going on with the chapel and all that stuff. But we reckon there's a purge coming because of the lockdown in Britain. So we reckon in the next few weeks we're all going to be gone off YouTube. So it's important that we fast forwarded the whole project. We didn't want to bring it out till after Christmas, but that's the way it is. So it is incredible. It's called Purged.tv. Purged.tv. There's a link up there. Next few days, you'll see it all coming into life and springing into action. It's fantastic. But where we are, this has been a highly sophisticated thing. It's been a nightmare behind the scenes and all the different software applications that come with it. So it's cost a lot of money. And we're allowing anybody on who's Christian. Number one, Christian. If you're Christian, nationalist, right-wing, conservative, we will allow you on this platform. Yeah. So that's it. And at no cost. We don't charge people. But there is huge cost for people, not huge, but substantial cost for people getting on and setting up all this stuff. And we've got to have a contingency for viewing figures and all that. So Jada wants to get on this, and there's other people involved in it. So we've done all your background stuff, haven't we? The techie stuff. And so
all the stuff I can't do.
So we've put a lot of time and effort into Jada and a couple other... Oh, dear, wait a minute. Hold on, my chair's wet. Sorry about that. Did you do that? Did you do that?
There's nothing to do with me.
Okay, watch these people. So Jada needs to go on this, and she needs to go on it quick. But Jada has no money at all. We've got a fine outstanding as well, and they're after you again for how much? Or how much time are they going to give you? They're going to lock you up. They're going to lock you up.
I know, apparently they are.
But she's not worried about that now. She's no looking for assistance on her fine. She'll deal with that later. You're used to the jail anyway. You're like an old jail pup.
Yeah.
No difference. You're like an old lag. So that's it.
I'm back.
She's back again. 2 weeks over Christmas. She's the only person in the country gets a turkey dinner. None of the rest of us will. Only you. But anyway, she needs some assistance. And I know you've been kind in the past. And, I don't mind asking. I'm not embarrassed in the slightest asking because we're here to help people. Jada you need about £1,000, I believe, to get all your software stuff and different design work done that we can't do.
Yeah.
So Jada needs about, well, no pounds, dollars, isn't it? Dollars, I think.
Dollars,
it's not about, it's much the same these days anyway. Jada needs about $1,000 to get our whole system up and running. Other people have got operations behind them, so they can do it themselves. We've done a lot with Jada. We've carried a lot of the costs for Jada stuff up to this point, but she's a proud woman. She wants to do at least the main sort of bit herself. So I've said, come on the show, ask the people. I'll ask on your behalf. You can ask me yourself in a minute. But I'm asking you, if you can help Jada to go on this platform and all singing and all dancing, and it's about $980 or $1,000, whatever it is. It's about $1,000. I'm asking you if you can do that. And I know you've been very generous to the chapel and that, but flesh and blood is sometimes more important than mortar, bricks and mortar. So let's take a wee break of that and then let's help a human being and somebody who's went through so much horrific treatment and still probably going to end up in jail after Christmas for a wee while. But it won't be too serious, I don't think, will it? I hope not. We'll wait and see.
No.
But I'm asking our people to help you right now because you need that help.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I do, and not least because, you know, I've spent so many years, and this isn't why it was me, I love it, right? I've devoted my life to this cause, and I couldn't think of anything that I'd be better spending my time doing. But it does strip you of absolutely everything. It certainly stripped me of all of my assets.
You lost your house. She lost her house last week to the Muslims. The Muslims sued her, the Halal Authority, because she said slaughtering animals by the halal, cutting the throat, the blood everywhere. She said it was barbaric. They actually sued her for £500,000 and took her house.
Yeah, so I lost my house, £500,000 down. I mean, it's not just that. Like, they take your liberty, they can take your possessions, and that's fine. Like, you know, I'm still alive. I still have my faith. I'm still with the Lord, so I'm okay. But what I find, the way they get us, and I think this is the worst thing, is the dehumanising us. Yeah. So by deplatforming us, that prevents me from being in touch with you. And that's their key. It's because they know if I can't articulate my message to you, if I can't stand tall and say, right, stand with me, I'm going to defend Britannia, then the left win, the Marxists win, because they're silencing us. And so that's why I think this is superb, this platform. And it does double up as a social media site, which is great because I'm banned from all social media. So
I'm still on Twitter.
Don't say that, you won't be for long.
That's that
gone. Anyone following Jim on Twitter, say goodbye. But I know, I mean, this for me, I'm not very technical. Anyone that watches my shows will know I'm hopeless with technology. And I think that the team that have been working on this platform are incredible because this really it's a weapon. People don't know how powerful this really is. Yeah. This means that we can get our message out and no one can take us down. They can't put pressure from the EU globalists to Twitter or Facebook. You know, we've got all of Zuckerberg and his clan. No one's involved in this. They can't take us down. So I really do hope that if you can help, I'd be really, really grateful. But it just means that I can stay in touch with you guys and I'm not completely dehumanised.
Our people will help you. I can say that categorically because a lot of your filming and production stuff was our people that helped you get that in the first place. So yeah. That's why she's online.
Yeah.
Because of you guys, because of your generosity, she's online.
You.
And you know, we've come under a lot of oppression because we've dared to resurrect Boudicca Jada Franson, or as they call her in the media, lovingly in Britain, the Franson creature. That's what they call her. openly in the papers, the Franson creature. We have resurrected the Franson creature. But I don't know about you, Jada, but what I find as well is even good people, because we're under such intense attack and you know, people losing houses, losing jobs, losing cars, losing marriages, everything. Even good people are scared then to be associated with us. I find that.
Yeah, and that's really saddening because there are so many people out there. For a long time, they've been called the silent majority. And there really is a silent majority out there of people that are completely on board with what we're saying. Yeah, they're scared because they've been bullied. And my message is there's strength in numbers. They cannot bully all of us into silence and submission. So and that's why these movements, the Knights Templar, the British Freedom Party, they're so important. Yeah. Because if we don't have them, we're just... at the moment, everybody's into this individualistic mentality.
No good. This book covers a big chapter on this, Ayn Rand, and this idea of libertarian individualism. No. It's no good. We are a collective because we are children of God. We are the flock led by the shepherd, the good shepherd, who bled and died in the tree of Golgotha for sinners such as us. So I don't believe in individuals. I know you don't. So listen, folks. You know, let's get moving here. This is serious. This is a massive thing. You go and have a wee look at the site. It's just up, but it's very raw at the moment. This woman, $1,000 stands between this woman and getting her back right in the game, and also securing your place that you can still watch us, you can watch her, and there's going to be some other good Christian nationalist groups going into this platform as well. So it's really important. So I'm just leaving it with you. You sit down for a minute before you do anything. Have a moment of prayer, contemplate, discuss it with God. Don't bother discussing it with me or anybody else. And you see how the Lord leads you. And I'm sure that'll be done. I'm saying that in confidence. I'm sure that'll be done. And then you're short on it. This priory here will make up a difference, okay?
Thank you very
How's that?
much.
Can't say any fairer than that. So, come on, folks, let's do our bit. Now, I just want to bring you... Oh, aye, look at this here. Just want to show you this, what I've got today of Miss Franson. because we're running about with these masks. I can't wear a mask, folks, because I wear spectacles, and the mask steams up my glasses. It sounds funny, but it's no funny, because the cold nights are in now, so I'm walking into shops and I cannot see where I'm going. It's quite embarrassing, and I don't like it. Plus, I can't see. Somebody could be trying to attack me. Somebody could be trying to get to me, because, strangely enough, quite a few folk trying to attack me. Don't, as you know.
I get that as well.
As you know. I think you see me in the back of an ambulance one night. Yes, yes. So no, it's no good. I mean, it's we're all laughing about it. We're laughing about it because we're not used to it. But you know, for normal people, it's quite shocking. So I know I wear a mask and get steamed up and get punched in the face with some mad red. And the women punch you more often now than men with their heads.
Yeah, they're vicious.
It's the women.
Women are vicious.
It's the women. It's mainly all women that come up and punch me. So Jada has gave me one of these cards. I don't know if you know about them, but they're face mask exemption cards. And she is a lawyer, trained lawyer, so she's an advocacy group. So if anybody says we don't believe that, this is the official government's card they tell you to download. And Jada's got an explanation on the back saying, look, if somebody questions you, they're actually committing an offence. They're not allowed to question you. And not being exempt from wearing a mask is something like you don't like. They make you nervous or they make you anxious. Do you understand? So you can get these on Jada's site. We'll put a link up in a wee minute if there's not already one up. Let me just... do you see this? That's it. Do you see this? Mm-hmm. This almost it gives me a lump in my throat, because our people, there's nobody like our people, and I've been about a long time in politics. I got first arrested at 9 years of old, 9 years of age. But look at our people. We just asked there. Now, by the way, let me just tell you first of all, our people have been bled dry with this chapel out the back and the chapter house and all that. They really have been spending money and really supporting us. So I was a bit worried, didn't think people don't have much money left, because they're spending generously.
Yeah.
And there you go, bang.
Oh, no,
look at this.
amazing. Look.
Ewan Eggerstrom's through in, good chunk, Gary Hardwick, Joseph Taylor, Cherry Bailey, Ernest Crowe, Dan Guerra. And I know a lot of these people, by the way. These are the millionaires. These are working class people.
Thank you all so much. Do you know, I recognise a few of those names as well.
Randy Malaspina. Wow. God bless you all. But these are normal people. These are working Joes. These are not people sitting in Palm Beach in a £2 million beach house. These are people who work for a living, who have got to feed their kids, and they've been given unbelievably generous to our church and chapel fund, and they've been booking their own spaces in it. It's a lot of money. Yeah. It's not cheap. And they've been buying these big Bibles, all sorts of stuff to help the order. And then we've just asked for you today. Look at that. Have you ever seen, you've been in Britain First, you've been in all these other groups, EDL and all that. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, it's incredible. Thank you so much. It is actually it's very humbling. It's very humbling. Thank you so much.
That's why we are the Templars.
Yeah. The Templars have never, ever, well, I've been amazed that every time the Templars have stepped in and said we're going to help, at just how generous and supportive.
And we ever let you down. How many people have told you over the years, oh, we'll see you all right, we'll help you? How many?
Countless. Literally countless.
Your wee eyes are tearing up.
I know, it's quite overwhelming.
But everybody says this. We never say we're going to help somebody and don't do it. We had a woman who the Hungarian government, who's very right-wing, couldn't protect, because she was the camera woman when all the refugees, the people, so-called refugees, but you know what, we know what they were, okay? When they were all pouring into Hungary, the camera woman, an official camera woman for the Hungarian TV, when these people, these on the run terror people and all that, when they burst through the gates, she, being a good Hungarian nationalist, tripped one of them up to try and assist the police. She was prosecuted. She was defamed all over the world. CNN in America, BBC in Britain, they all destroyed this woman's life. The station had to sack her. There was no prosecution. The government said, don't be silly, but she was sacked, her life was ruined. And then she had a £500,000 bounty put in her head by Al-Nusra or ISIS or a combination thereof. Even the Hungarian government, who had armed guards at her house, said, look, we can't protect you long term. We stepped in. We went to Hungary with a private meeting with some very, very important church leaders, some militia leaders and some politicians, and we said, we'll take responsibility for her. She was in Belfast in 12 hours, embedded in a hardcore paramilitary estate, surrounded by armed men. We said, let them try coming here. They ain't touching this woman and her children. She was a woman, married woman, with 2 young children. And the first week, she stayed in my house. And I said to my family, we're all right with this? Because this could bring serious trouble to us. We could be killed. And all of my family said, what are you asking for? This is what we do. And that's why I'm a Templar, and that's why I'm proud to be part of this organisation, because that's what we do. We never let anybody down. And Jane, I'm glad our people, there you go. Just you throw that up again, brother, just to see if we've hit the target there. I want to see if I've hit the target.
Do you want to go through the full list? You missed some people on.
Did I?
Yeah.
Ewan Eggerstrom, Gary Hardwick, Joseph Taylor, Chris Bailey,
Cherry.
Ernest Crowe, Dan Guerra, Randy Malaspina. Who's Cherry? Where did I see
Cherry.
Cherry
Cherry
Bailey.
Bailey.
Cherry Bailey.
I
Sorry
think
about that.
our eyesight is probably as bad as each other's, to be fair. But thank
Just
you so much.
just about there. We're about. I can't even. I'll do a quick bit of mental arithmetic. We're about $150 short. $150 short of doing that target we set today. That's all we are short. Jada, if it doesn't come in through our people, which I'm sure it will, we'll make up the balance. Okay.
Thank you so much.
But God bless the people who's gave that. He's are absolute stars. Now, just before we go, you seen them because you're in the Priory building. What do you think of the new windows and doors?
Oh yes, they are stunning. They really are. I mean, I didn't expect them to look as good as they do. It's exciting
amazing.
stuff. I haven't kept up to speed with how everything's been going. So,
Yep.
and I love being in the Priory. Obviously, it's like I'm here, but yeah, it's going to be incredible.
There you go, you can.
I know, I like this. I've been looking at these. I do like a weapon. Partial to a weapon. I've been looking at these. But no, it's going to be superb.
Ah, now look at this here.
Yeah.
Here we are. That's me standing. We've laid them out. Now, this is how good an area this is, this village. Our Priory's in a small Irish village. They were left out in the pavement overnight. The guy delivered them. Left them in the pavement overnight. Nobody touched them. Nobody kicked them. Nobody broke them. Nothing. So there is the big one of them. There's three of those. That's the arched door. And then this is the single windows. These are the single, we call hooded windows with little corbels on the sides, okay? There's another one coming in for you. Oh, thank you, John Andrews.
you,
God
John.
bless you. There's another picture of the big door, the way it was going to sit. Now, there should be a picture of a double window. There we are. There's the double window. That's the double.
They'll rotate that.
The techie guy's going to rotate them. Now, these are, to buy these commercially are thousands and thousands of dollars. One of your guys, good guy in England, done these for a few £100 each, but it's still costing thousands because there's loads of them. So it's a nightmare. But anyway, we don't want to talk about money with that because it's been good enough for this lady. But I just want to show you, this is what your money's paid for. This is what you, not me, this is what you have achieved. And I don't know what you think of them. Can you zoom in and show them the little faces at the end of the corbels? I don't know if you call them, is it corbels?
I think so.
know what they are.
I don't know that these images actually show the scale. But these
No, they
things are
don't show the scale. They're huge things.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. See the little faces?
They're great.
They are from, these are moulds taken from a 300-year-old convent in England. 300 years old. In fact, it's more than that. It's about 1650s or something like that. They are utterly magnificent. They are stunning. They are superb. And if you don't believe me, ask this woman.
Yeah, absolutely. They are. They really are. I mean, obviously they're right up my street.
They're crazy.
They are. But
Crazy.
they're better than I imagined. I just didn't imagine them to be that.
Not
They're
me.
huge. They're big stone.
Big stone thing, really heavy. I tried to lift one up. Made a real fool of myself. I said, Jade, look at this. Oh, put it back down again. They're stunning, folks. They're stunning. And this belongs to you. It doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to this Priory. It's based here, but it belongs to you. You, the members. It's yours. You own this. You have ownership of this. And I just want to thank you all. And I just can't think of anything better to be in. So, you know, the Magdalene Chapel for the Glorious Dead and the chapter house that belongs to the Donner Priory. We want to see you in here soon. In the spring, maybe with this COVID things lifts. We want you to come here. We want you to come and sit. We've got a big dining table going in. I've already got the dining table sourced. We have a big dining table, can hold about 20 people, like a big refectory thing you get in a monastery. We want you all sitting around there, having a beautiful dinner with the candles and everything. Going to the church, we can do our praying and our chanting. We want you all to be part of that because you've paid for it. You own it. It's yours. Come in the spring and see us and stay here. And it's just going to be spectacular and marvellous. There's John Andrews, Karen, they're good, Charon, and Delmar Orel. God bless you from the bottom of my heart. And there's another, Karen Wellings.
Thank you so much,
But
guys.
listen,
Thank
I'm sure we've heard it by now. What did I tell you?
I know, that's
What did I
amazing.
tell you?
Thank you. I really do appreciate it. It just means so much. You know, you put in all this effort and then you just basically, you get silenced and just
You don't
wiped
get
off the face of the earth.
other people get silenced. Even Alex Jones and all them people can be silenced. You cannot silence the Templars. The Pope tried it. I know you're a Catholic, but you know,
That's all right, I'm not a
the
fan of
Pope
the Pope.
tried it. The King of France tried it. Zuckerberg's tried it. It's pathetic, isn't it? The Pope, the King of France, Zuckerberg. He thinks he's important. Pff, dear me. Scott Rash has threw some money in there. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
You cannot silence us, and we have such a well of young talent that whatever they do, whatever spanner they throw in the works, we will find a way out it. Now, we're going to see if we can get more and more good deplatform people onto purge.tv. So good Christian patriots are welcome, free on this. There's a bit of expense to get the, I don't know what you call them, modules and things. What do you call these? Plugins and all that stuff.
I leave that to the
techie
technical
stuff.
people. I can't
But other
do
than
it.
that, it's free. We don't charge. We don't make money out of it. We just want a platform where people can speak freely and they can tell the truth without being purged. Is that too much to ask in this modern day and age where we have a voice just the same as Antifa or BLM or the LGBTQ plus lobby? Are we the only ones with no voice? Well, not anymore, because the Templars are on the case. We're going to make sure your voice is heard, and that's a promise, okay? Jerry, we're going to leave it there. Any final words for the folks?
Well, I just want to say thank you to Scorpion. Because
Scorpion's
this is
in as
popped up
well.
there. But no, look, once again, it's overwhelming. It really is. And I feel like we've been together for years now. Like I got released from jail in 2018, and from then until now, you guys have supported me so much. It's overwhelming. It's very humbling, but because sometimes it can be quite lonely in this cause when everyone's attacking you, and so it's nice. It's really like amazing to have.
Jada, do you know why we help you? Because I'm doing a Sunday service at the moment through James. We help you because this Bible tells you have to be a doer of the word, not just a hearer. Now, listen, no harm to you, but you might not be a towering intellectual or been in the lofty towers of Cambridge or Oxford.
No.
But you're a doer. You're out there screaming at East London Mosque. You're out chasing people who've been convicted of raping our women. So you're a doer of the word, not just a hearer, and we will always help people like you. The intellectuals, they can go and take a run and jump. Let somebody else help them. They don't do nothing other than talk. I'm fed up with talking. This woman does. And there's a few, not many, there's a couple of folk worldwide who do the same as you, not as much, and we help them as well. So if you're a doer of the word, not just a hearer of the word, we will always be here for you. It's as simple as that. Well, I'm going to get off. God bless each and every one of you. There's another one coming in. Philip Milne, he's a, Philip Milne.
Oh, Philip,
great man.
thank
Good.
you.
He's a great guy. Scotsman. He's in America now. I think he's stuck there for some reason. Is he stuck there? You stuck there, Philip?
He's on a diet of clams.
Hey,
He's on a
he's on
diet of
clams. Philip, no harm to you, but I'm glad I'm not cleaning your cage out, brother. That's all I can say. If you've just been eating clams for the last 4 weeks, good grief. You have to get some fibre in you or something, man. But he's a good fella. Philip, we hope to catch up with you soon. He's a great fella. All our people are great fellas.
Yeah,
all
I
of
can
them.
see.
And that's what, I mean, I'm blown away as usual. And it's quite emotional actually to see how well our people respond. God bless you. He's some team, so he's well, somebody else is going. I don't want to be ignorant and just jump off when somebody else is putting a donation through. You know, I don't want to do that.
Thank
John
you,
Forbes,
John. Thank
God
you.
bless you. But I will have to go off because it's nearly 1:45. But just before I go, I'll tell you a quick story. We were in Poland at our 15th century church with a moat round it doing a ceremony, a knighting ceremony. And this wee old frail man, I mean really old and really frail, doesn't have internet and any of that stuff. And he's one of us, but he was getting knighted. And I'm in the car with him and he's so old and skinny, I thought he was going to break. You know, he's so fragile, this wee man. And I said, what did you do for a living? And I heard this accent. I said, you're South African? He says, no, Rhodesian. Remember Rhodesia before it became Zimbabwe in a madhouse?
Yeah.
I said, what did you do there? He says, I was ahead of the secret commando units hunting down the terrorists and exterminating them. I thought, really? You know, one of these shaggy dog tails. Anyway, we had a really good night. The man, he was very fond of whiskey and a great connoisseur, so I got on very well with him. Well, next day we got home and I googled him. I said, who is this fella? He was. I mean, the left say he was the head of the death squad, but he was the head of the democratically elected and appointed forces to take out the communist terrorists that were coming from East Germany at that time and Russia, all part of the Cold War, coming in to kill decent white farmers of European descent. That's what that man was. He was the most ferocious man in Africa. And there he was, joining the Templars and being through his oath ceremony. He was so old he couldn't even kneel down on the altar. We had to help him down, help him up. Do you know something? If I could become half the man that man is, even in his 80s, I'll be double the man I am now. So there you go. Well, that's all from us. Thanks very much for coming on the show.
Thank you for
I hope
having
you're
me
very
on.
pleased with your good people. Sure, yeah.
Over the moon. Thank you so much, guys. God
Yep.
bless you.
So remember, tomorrow we've got Mr. Griffin on with the next part of his intriguing expert analysis of what's going on right now, and I think everybody knows it's important to come and listen to it. That's all from me, and remember, oh, wait a minute, I'll just say... Jonathan Boudin, he's a great guy.
Thank you,
Jonathan Boudin,
Jonathan.
thanks Jonathan. But that's all from me. And remember, as I always tell you, until I see you again, if the good Lord spares me, stick close to God. You won't go far wrong. Do us vault.